What does it take to be a great judge? Is it the knowledge of the law? Is it the robe that you wear? A strong voice? No, 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 no. It's not that, guys. It's the ability to see the human being in front of you. And who else has shown us this except Judge Nathan Charles Erasmus? I love calling all his full names, eh? Judge Nathan Charles Erasmus. Who's this judge? In case you don't know, this is the judge proceeding over Jocelyn Smith case. We have seen him in action. What a pleasure to watch this honorable man doing his job. He knows what he's doing. That's what we've seen. He's got experience. That's what I'll go over with you. I will remind you of instances where he has shown us how to be compassionate, to have compassion, even for people we think that do not deserve to be compassionate to. So now, Charles began his legal journey in 1984. Do the math, 2025 minus 1984. You see, he's got experience. He knows what he's doing. And he's been doing this. He started this with a B Juris and LLB degree. But he started working as a judge in 2001. So he's been working as a judge from 2001 till now, but he started his legal journey in 1984. So you can see this man is experienced. He knows what he's doing. So for me, they've chosen the best person for this. And over the years, people have seen him in different cases. Some of them I'll mention later in this video. And yeah, but he started doing this. He was appointed in 2001 in the Western Cape High Court. That's where he started his journey as a judge. So now, over the years, he's also served in the Supreme Court of Appeal, and he's been acting judge president for the Free State Division. So what sets him apart? We've got a lot of judges, but there's something that sets Judge Nathan Charles Erasmus apart from others. And I will tell you just now what sets him apart. He shows up. That's number one, in court and in life. What am I talking about? You know, Judge Erasmus. He's a chairperson of the University of the Western Cape Council, the Board of Sheriffs, and as an inspecting judge of prisons. He worked in NGOs as well, focusing on transformation in the legal field. That's where Ubuntu comes from, guys. He works with people. He has been working with people. He has a way of handling people. Excuse me. Even accused persons, the ones that we think do not deserve our sympathy, the ones that we think do not deserve to be treated like human beings. You know, if you were to give the community a chance to deal with all the accused, from Lokunjana, the first accused, I'll tell you, you know how the community deals with people. But we've seen this judge. He's giving them time to say their 2 cents. He's listening to them. Last week we had a trial within a trial because he wanted to hear what they had to say. It was their right and he had to listen to them. That's the type of judge we're dealing with, guys. So now in 2025, Judge Erasmus took this most emotional charge case of Jocelyn Smith's trial, where kidnapping was involved, human trafficking was involved, and he took it. He said, let us have this in a place where the community will come and listen to everything, and there are rules, obviously, even when court is here, but let us give people a chance to come and listen to what will be going on. So we have seen him dealing with Ujakwena Ubuda, Kelly's boyfriend, after he had said things and retracted, then the judge said, but you are lying to me and I'm a judge. In a very stern and a voice that is full of love. And, even when you think he will lose it, no, he remains calm. He speaks softly, he's calm. That's the type of man that we're dealing with. And he made it clear to one of the prosecutors, and everyone was there. He said, we are dealing with people's lives. He is, he's aware that this is no child's play. We are dealing with people's lives. So we need to be careful. At some point he was telling the attorneys when they were doing their cross-examinations that please use simple English, simple language, so that people will understand your questions, because not everyone is learned. That's how compassionate he is. He thinks about the accused, that they need to understand what they are being asked so that they would think about their response as well. So that's how we have seen him. We have not only, this is not the first time that we had seen him being compassionate. We also saw him in 2001 when he stood under pressure, when his life was threatened because he had given 11 life terms to 2 people who had created heinous crimes. It was a necessary but heavy decision. He had to do that. So in 2001, when he started as a judge, he sentenced 2 men to 11 life terms. So and he collapsed from the pressure, guys. It was so bad that at some point after collapsing, the wife had to help him even out of the bath, carrying him, because one side of his body was not working. That's how heavy it was. But he needed police protection. There was 2 bodyguards at some point, and he wouldn't take his medication, or he allowed them to take him to a hospital until he was certain that his life and his family's lives are not in danger. He's protected. He had to live in hotels and all of that. But this man is showing up for us in 2025. We are so grateful, and we're giving you your flowers. In case you get to see this, Judge Nathan Charles Erasmus, thank you so much for not giving up then, being resilient and doing your job. And now we are seeing you in action, and we've seen you over the years. You have kept on doing what you had to do, and yes, we commend you for that. So he kept judging and he kept showing up. So also we have seen him also delivering rulings that change how we talk about housing rights, sexual offenses, and evidence law in this country. Not because he was loud. He's not a loud man, but he's very clear when he speaks. If you've watched him in action, that's how he speaks. And we've also seen when Jose, do you remember when Jose, Loresha Lombard, the lady who had turned into state witness, she had a panic attack at some point in court around March. And he said, no, we're going to take a break. We'll not carry on. And he requested medical attention so that she got what she needed to get at the time. And he gave her time to recollect herself and recall whatever that was being spoken about. He's so compassionate, guys. And we've seen him also being simple and stern and humane, telling Apollos that you lied to me. I'm a judge. I think I've mentioned that, ne? We can carry on. In 2023, not in 2003, Judge Erasmus presided over the case of Uzandile Christmas Mafe. Guys, Nyamazu put Christmas. Uzandile. If you don't know this guy, Uzandile Christmas or Christmas Zandile Mafe is the guy who torched Parliament. Do you remember who said Parliament lied in 2022, January? So after setting it on fire, he was arrested, obviously, and was diagnosed with schizophrenia. And he was unfit to stand trial. Judge Nathan Charles Erasmus was the one who was handling that case. And he brought a lot of awareness on mental health and the justice system. And he said this guy is unfit to stand trial. And, ordered for him to get treatment at a state mental hospital. And yeah, he was treated as a human being, not as just someone who's crazy. You know, he was treated as a mental patient, and everything was done that needed to be done to ensure that he gets the best diagnosis and treatment. And the compassionate part, let me tell you the compassionate part about this. Judge Erasmus said, we are not going to discuss this man's medical whatever. Whatever is on his file, whatever that had happened, we are not going to give it to the media. That's how discreet he was. That's how compassionate he was. Man, let's give this man his flowers. And the decision highlighted Judge Erasmus' commitment to justice that considers the individual's circumstances. Yeah. It's easy to think of judges as cold beings, people who don't care. But Judge Erasmus has shown us that you can be compassionate but stern. You can be compassionate but decisive. You can be compassionate and do your job and do what you need to do. So don't see him as someone who's soft, who's compassionate. We know even the law, some of us, and some of the things we learned it from him, where we will be telling the prosecutors, the attorneys, the defense that, guys, no, you can't trick a witness like that. Ask a simple, straightforward question. We have seen this guy doing that. And so, yeah, justice is not only about punishment, but it's also about understanding. Judge Erasmus gets that. Let's give him his flowers. And what do you think about Judge Erasmus? What have you observed that maybe I didn't talk about today? And yeah, that's who I wanted us to talk about today, looking at how he's been handling this. I can't wait for the final ruling to see what he has for us and the lessons that we are going to learn from that. So please don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit that notification button. All of these things are free. You won't be charged anything extra for subscribing, for liking the video, and all of that. And until next time, from me, adios and God bless.